Look at that boat there. It's smashed to bits. It's not even bonfire wood now. There's human beings, women, men, and children on that boat. They've been tossed around in that sea and those waves. Absolutely tragic.
We going the boat for UK. We going to water.
Ooh, are you scaring? This was so cold.
Marianne's 7. She was smuggled into the UK by one of the criminal gangs who organise illegal migrant crossings. The boat she was in sank in the English Channel. And young though she is, she understands that she almost didn't make it.
So much cold, and my feet is going so cold. I want to make me die.
Ever since I met her, the thought I can't get out of my mind is all the faceless, nameless people who don't survive.
And they're coffins that we're looking at.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely tragic. And that was their end to this life.
I'm setting out to do something that might be overambitious, unachievable even. I'm going to try and track down one of the biggest players in this trade in desperate people. He's a smuggler on the most wanted lists of crime agencies across Europe. And I started with little more than his code name, Scorpion.
Impossible you can find them. They are hiding and you can't see them. The top one, no one gonna know him.
I'm not scared of anyone, but these guys will put a bullet behind your back. They don't come face to you.
He can be residing anywhere in the world, really, and committing criminality that affects the UK and affects the UK communities.
Oh, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. Get in the cab.
I'm Sue Mitchell, and this is To Catch a Scorpion from BBC Radio 4. Episode 1, Dangerous Journeys. Smuggling large numbers of migrants into Britain across the English Channel in small boats is a relatively new thing. It only really took off in 2019. The little girl, Marianne, and her parents were on one of the first boats to sink that year. I met them through Lawrie. He works with refugees. He's ex-army from Otley, near Leeds.
What did the doctor say?
Only antibiotic.
Antibiotic, yeah.
Guys, it's very
When we visited Marianne and her family, they'd just been released from hospital after treatment for hypothermia and burns. It was the first time I'd ever seen burns from engine fuel. When benzene mixes with salt water, it becomes corrosive. Marianne and her mum had livid, fresh scars on their arms and legs. Her dad told us what happened.
In the boat.
The inflatable?
Yeah. Big wave. Water in the boat. We going to water. It's very cold. Very cold.
Was it like that? Were you shivering?
Now. Yeah.
So cold.
Rob and I have been working together for years now, investigating people smuggling. We've met many migrants lucky enough to have survived one of these dangerous journeys. But the memory of Marianne, this little girl with the dark eyes, who was so cold she wanted to die, stuck with both of us. We kept in touch with the police investigating her boat crossing and their search for the smugglers who organised it. It took time and some lucky breaks, but the evidence would eventually lead up through the ranks of one particular criminal gang to the man at the top. He's known as Scorpion, and the men who work for him are the Scorpion gang. It was Scorpion and his people who were behind Marianne's boat trip. Scorpion's real name is Barzan Majeed. He's in his 30s and originally from Iraq. He's on the run. No one knows where he is.
ultimately we've got to find him, haven't we? And, I don't know how we're going to do that.
That's the biggest question of all, really. If actually he's so wanted and he's so feared, then how are we going to get near him? But I actually do feel like we will. Maybe that's just naive.
Yeah, because we're coming from under the radar.
Yeah.
I
feel like we've got as good a chance as anyone, don't you? I'm feeling quite optimistic.
It does. It all depends on the BBC budget, but it does, yeah. And my risk assessment forms.
The people in the UK who know most about Scorpion, Barzan Majeed, and his Scorpion gang are at the National Crime Agency. They put him on the International Most Wanted list. The poster says he's known as Scorpion. Martin Clark and some of his colleagues at the National Crime Agency told us about that.
There was a number for an individual who kept getting referenced in migrant mobile phones and stored in other communications as Scorpion. He was clearly one of the main facilitators, or he was...
You mean it was actually his name was stored, someone would write Scorpion. Can you tell us how did that come about?
It was sometimes a symbol.
It was a symbol, a picture of a scorpion. Yeah, on WhatsApp messages, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us something about him? What you think he's like as a...
I don't think we know.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think we know very little about him.
At the point he featured in our investigation, it was trying to understand at what level he sat. But the more and more we looked at that, the more he started to feature across the communications data. His name starts getting raised in text messaging more often. So therefore you start to build a picture of and a profile of the individual. And inevitably at that point, you start to realise that he's a significant individual.
Do you still consider him a danger if he's not in this country? Are you still...
Absolutely, absolutely. He can be residing anywhere in the world, really, and committing criminality that affects the UK and affects the UK communities.
Do you think he will be caught?
Oh, 100%, 100%. We want to make sure that he's imprisoned for a significant period of time so we can protect the public from the kind of risk that he and other people involved in that kind of criminality pose, really.
Police trapped more than 20 members of the Scorpion gang in a covert surveillance operation that stretched across Europe. But Scorpion himself must have been alerted. He got away. There was enough evidence against him to put him on trial in his absence. He was sentenced to 10 years in jail and fined €1 million. In the photograph used on the wanted posters, Scorpion has dark hair, cropped short, and a beard. There's a scar over his left eye. His stare is so unflinching and direct that he looks menacing.
He's an evil looking.
He does look worse. Now, that's the funny thing. Scorpion actually really does look pretty scary. And when he's on the most wanted photos, don't you think he actually looks like someone you just would not go near?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how do you get to be that feared?
And how are we going to get near him?
I mean, I'm feared in Otley. But, you know what I mean? That's in Otley. A lot of people fear me. Actually, it's not actually Otley, it's one of the streets in Otley. But how do you become...
A cul-de-sac.
It's actually a cul-de-sac where all the houses are demolished now. How do you become one of the most wanted and yet one of the most feared men in Europe? That's what we're going to find out.
Scorpion became one of the most wanted when he escaped arrest, just as the police began to close in. Someone had tipped him off.
There must have been someone who told there's an investigation, your name is going around.
A leak?
Yeah. Or another suspect who got in touch with him.
This is Anne Lukowiak, the federal prosecutor in Brussels, part of an international team who helped compile the case against Barzan Majeed.
Well, sometimes when you work in a criminal organization, you have some suspects in custody, others are still running around, and they get the information.
What do you think of that, then?
He has been convicted. Yeah. And for us, that was important. He's convicted.
Although, in a way, if he's now still running his operation, there's not really been a punishment.
It's frustrating. For us, it's important to have the signal. You can't do what you want. There's an international arrest warrant. Wherever he goes, we will take him down.
So police across continents are after Scorpion. He has a network of associates paid to keep him one step ahead of the law. In police files, we've seen the moneyed, pleasure-filled life he had before he went into hiding. There are pictures of him with girlfriends in nightclubs, being ferried around in big cars. He owned a waterside villa and businesses.
I think if you could take already a part of his money, his criminal money, that might have an impact.
It would certainly make people feel there's been some sort of justice, I think.
But that's for us, that's the more difficult part in migrant smuggling.
We tried to calculate how much money Scorpion, for instance, has made from his crimes. The amounts of money are so huge, aren't they?
It's very difficult to explain that to people and that they accept it. It's easier to explain drugs, and everyone knows, a kilo of cocaine, yeah, a lot of money. With migrant smugglers, it's the same. And it's easy money, and the risk is very low. Plus, in migrant smuggling, it's not always easy to have the money back.
Scorpion, Barzan Majeed, will be using all his resources now to stay well hidden. To get to him, we'll have to penetrate a complex criminal organisation. And to do that, we're relying on a network of well-wishers. If we manage it to find Scorpion, it will be something no one else has achieved. And if anyone has the contacts to do it, it's Rob Lawrie. I met him almost a decade ago when I was reporting from the migrant camp in Calais, and he was volunteering there. He's brave and resilient, but not foolhardy. That's probably his army training. He's really good at keeping in touch with people. Over time, Rob Lawrie's made trusted allies among police investigators, migrants and their families, particularly in Iraq, and even some of the smugglers themselves. He's become an authority on people smuggling. He's asked to give talks about it in conferences and online. Rob's gentle and self-effacing, but don't be taken in by that. When he's onto something, he is the most alert and tenacious person I have ever met.
I know you have amazing contacts, you do. But what I kind of don't get is why they would say anything about him. Because if I took one look at him, I would never speak out about him. I mean, hopefully we'll get people to talk. But
So the contacts I have in Iraq, who know the ins and outs of Scorpion, I've helped their families when they've been in camps. I didn't know it was their families, but they've contacted me since. So, you know, there's nothing in it other than thank you for aid work to members of their families over the years.
do you think it's dangerous for them to talk and give information? Or do you not think it would ever...
Well, I build up these relationships on honesty, and I would never tell anyone their real names, where they are. It would be dangerous for them, yeah. It would be very dangerous for them.
On the wanted poster the National Crime Agency showed us, it said that Scorpion, Barzan Majeed, had spent some time in Britain, in Nottingham. The police showed us his immigration history, and we were amazed. He came to the UK illegally in 2006 and applied for asylum, lying about where he was from. But he wasn't deported for nearly a decade, and that was only after he was jailed for drug and gun offences. The police say he wasn't people smuggling then, and that part of his life isn't important to them. But it is to us. It might help us find him. We started looking at the traces he'd left behind online.
So we think this is the Facebook site he was using when he first got to Nottingham.
Well, the last post on this site was 2015.
The Facebook posts flesh out a person with a real life, a job, interests. There are photos of car washes in a garage.
So he's in his overalls in a garage. We know he's a mechanic in Nottingham.
Yeah.
And you can see pictures of him working on a Rolls Royce. And there you go. He's still got the same haircut. He's a lot younger there. That's in 2012, that is. That's him chilling out, smoking a reef in his car there. He's in a suit, he's very slim, he looks happy.
There are also photos of what might be the Nottingham street where Scorpion lived.
How far away are we?
We are 9 minutes away, 2.8 miles.
We drove there and started knocking on doors, looking for neighbours who could tell us things. Hello? Barzan Majeed?
No, because I don't know, because when I come here, no anyone here. The house is free. This house is for construction for a long time.
Oh, OK. So no one's been living here?
No. House is empty.
We're looking for Barzan Majeed, a guy about
35? No, you don't. Do you remember Iraqi?
No.
You don't know?
No.
Just shut the door.
And finally, we approached a woman who, when we showed her a photograph, remembered the man in the picture, but didn't know his name.
The man.
Yeah, the man, yeah.
Man.
What do you know about him?
Nothing, we just know he's lived there. We know him and we moved here. We were scared.
You were scared?
Yeah, police was here.
Police was here?
Yeah. Sometimes we see too much car here, nighttime. Too much women.
Women?
Yeah, here. We just see sometimes, nighttime. Yeah.
You have to wonder that, do any of these people know what's going on underground in their own city? Like in Leeds, in all these cities, Birmingham, all these people going around their normal business. Do you think any of them have any idea what's going on in terms of organised crime?
What we really needed were people with personal experience of smuggling gangs. Rob knows a man called Semza, who he met on the Calais camp. Semza lives in Nottingham now. He was smuggled into the UK by a gang. He knows they have many layers of management. They're all ruthless, only motivated by money. Semza wanted to help us, but he wasn't very encouraging.
So that's the problem. They hide, it's like when you contact them as well, you contact them through number.
But the money's got to change hands, doesn't it? So how does the money change hands?
They have connections, network, okay? So he get the money from him to them, to the boss.
So the boss at the top will know not only the men below him, but the men's families and everything?
Yes. They put your family in the target. If they put you on the target, you will be fine. Just me. But if they put your family, how are you going to deal with them?
You're not going to talk, are you?
No.
You're not going to talk?
No.
And how many levels between someone at the very top, like our man, the Scorpion, how many levels can between him?
Maybe 10, maybe 15.
But the money flows upwards?
Flows up.
So the man we're hunting, he started life in Nottingham. And he worked his way up and up and up and up, right to the very top.
The top one, no one gonna know him.
After we left Semza, we headed for the car wash that Scorpion had posted pictures of on his old Facebook page. We figure that if Scorpion, an international people smuggler, once worked there, it might still be linked to illegal immigration now.
Right, here we are. So we're about to drive past the car wash. There you go.
There are thousands of car washes in the UK. Many employ workers illegally without proper pay or records. They don't file accounts. Rob and I have met lots of migrants who say they've worked off the price of their passage in a car wash in Britain.
God, it must be a nightmare for the police, though, isn't it?
I mean, the local bobbies round here in the patrol cars, they'll have no influence over this. These things are dealt with at a national level, aren't they? Let's just rock in.
You think? Oh, we need some cash.
I know, I'm just checking to see how much I've got. Hey, boss. You do inside?
Just inside.
Well, and outside.
We've got a little queue.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a bit of wasteland, isn't it? It's hardly covert surveillance, is it? We're basically in a car wash.
Queue.
He looks like the boss man there, doesn't he?
Which one?
The one with the pom-pom hat on, waving him down.
I think they just changed the name, so looking back, this is where Scorpion first came.
What do they do then? They set up, go here, go bus, set up, reset up in another name, yeah.
Just don't file accounts.
20 quid? We're really digging into the BBC budget with this, aren't we? 20 quid for a valet. I mean, look at it. It's mint inside. You're looking at it. Are these too daft or what?
Do you think some of these guys have got their passage for free because this is what they commit to doing once they get here?
Well, that's what some of the things is, I've heard many times in the past that if they haven't got enough money, then they're guaranteed a job in the UK. But, you're crossing £6,000. It's going to take you a lifetime to pay that off.
Yeah.
Working in the car wash, innit? So then you're entering into the realms of modern-day slavery, aren't you? It's a perfect setup, isn't it?
Don't you think they probably pick out the ones that are most likely to be useful for the longer term? If Scorpion was placed in this car wash, there's a good chance they pick out people like him who they know have probably got that edge to them.
Well, people like that naturally climb the ladder, don't they? We should investigate car washes then, shouldn't we?
Well, we are doing because we're starting a queue.
Yeah. We'll just do the outside.
How are we going to talk to him?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to him. We're going to get out and talk to him.
Oh, we work in journalism. I'm a journalist.
Oh.
Do you know this guy, Scorpion, the smuggler?
I don't know. Where is he from?
He came here first, like when he came to Britain.
There's too much car washes here.
You don't think it was this one then?
This is too much.
Too much?
This is nice little car wash, isn't it?
But hey, all right, because this is the owner of Albanian guy.
He's Albanian?
Yeah, the owner, but my cousin know him like they working, like fixing house, they buying house.
Yeah. Nervous, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Very nervous. I don't know. But you can't judge someone on their nervousness, can you?
In earlier programmes, we've watched from a distance as migrants have landed on the coast and been met by traffickers at the UK end. With their help, migrants are bypassing the authorities, disappearing into these illicit worlds. And here we are in Nottingham with this same pattern emerging in the story of Scorpion's early days. Semza, the Sudanese refugee, had asked around and he put us in touch with a man who'd worked in a car wash in Nottingham. We've altered his voice to protect him.
If they know I am talking to you or they recognize my voice or anything about me, if you run anywhere, they will take you down. They will, because they can. And it's easy for them.
On Google Street View, the man showed us a corner shop. It's a double-fronted convenience store selling bread, milk and vegetables. One window's completely blanked out, although you can just about see in through the window on the other side. The man told us he was dropped off at this shop when he was smuggled into Britain, and the owners had arranged cash-in-hand work for him. He said that's what usually happens, and we thought maybe that's what happened with Scorpion.
Like anything shop, but when you enter, it's never same. When you look to this company, you see it's not for that. What I say, everyone know, but maybe not everyone saying that.
How are we going to unravel all this?
Because they make every way for them easy. Believe me, when you make this money, no one dare to do anything to you.
Yeah, right. Let's go.
The man agreed to drive out with us to within a few blocks of the shop. He was too scared, he said, to go any closer with us, but agreed that if we went back without him and took a picture, he'd be able to verify we had the right shop.
Right, is it down here?
No, go straight, no, go straight.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, there.
We drove out to the corner store, and I got out and took a photo.
OK, I'm just going to take a picture from my corner. Hang on, I'm going to send it to you.
I sent the photo back to Rob, and his contact confirmed that I was in the right place.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. So?
Yeah.
I want to stay on the phone when you go in the shop.
All right, I'll put you on speaker, then I'm going to go.
It's exactly what you said. He even told us the colour of the shop itself. It's like a greeny-yellow colour, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's a good idea you parking some ways around the corner. That's...
You know, they don't want me intimidating them. I'm sat in the car. At any point I think there's any trouble, I will be in there like a shot. So don't worry about that. We've got my backup.
Rob and I have developed a way of working in circumstances like this, where we approach in as non-threatening a way as we can. I go in alone with my official press pass. Rob stays in the car, but he's watching, and he'll be there in a flash if I need him.
Hi. Can I speak to the manager, please? Are you the manager?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Sue Mitchell from BBC, from Radio 4. We're doing a series about migrants, about the boats and the Lawrie crossings. Some of the people who we've spoken to have gone to work in car washes around here. And they've told us that they were picked up at Dover. This was all arranged through this shop. I just wanted to talk to someone about that.
We have no idea about that.
Who would it be? If you're the manager, though, and we're told it's from here.
Actually, it's not here.
Oh, the manager's not here?
No.
Sorry, I thought you said you were the manager. No problem, okay. Have you got the manager's mobile number so that I could ring him?
All right, so the line keeps dropping out, so I might have to go to the shop myself because I don't like it when it goes silent. All right, the line has now gone off, so I'm just going to get out my car now and go to the shop. Right, Sue's having a conversation with him now. The man behind the counter looks kind of shocked a little bit. It's always very nerve-wracking when you actually get there, confronting smugglers further up the chain, and the adrenaline starts flowing. There's a car parking behind me. There's a black Audi with blacked out windows just parking behind me now. Oh, there's another car coming now. Oh, hang on. All of a sudden, in the last literally 3 minutes, 3 cars have come up, all with males, and they're just sitting in the cars now and looking at the shop. I can see Sue's talking. She's putting something to him. Oh no, there's another car here now. There's another car. Sue, there's literally 4 cars pulled up, all with Kurdish males. Is everything all right?
Yeah, I've got out there. So basically, you hear any of that, or do you not hear it?
No, you cut me. The phone went dead, so I got out of my car and walked round opposite the shop. I was watching you through the window, but interesting, he was texting somebody. Yeah, well...
Give me the number of someone he says is the manager of that.
Oh, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. So, get in the car. He's taking a photograph of the car, and he's taking a photograph of you.
We were both pretty shaken by how quickly so many cars with blacked out windows descended on that back street corner shop, within seconds really of me approaching the shopkeeper.
When those cars started coming up, that's how you know you're getting close to the truth. The adrenaline was building up in me. We haven't just come to this shop where we are today willy-nilly. You know, intelligence has led us here from different sources saying these people are involved in bringing migrants across the channel in boats.
The man in the corner shop had given me a mobile number for the man he said was the main boss. I tried it as soon as I was back in the office.
Hello?
Hi, this is Sue Mitchell here from BBC, from Radio 4.
Yeah, BBC, yeah?
Yeah, I came to your shop the other day and was given your phone number.
Yeah, but sorry, I don't speak English, sorry.
But we just wanted to ask you about, we believe you're going down to Kent to pick up migrants arriving in Britain without registering, so they're here illegally in the country and they're working in your car washes and other operations. What do you have to say about that? Why are you doing... Trying again.
Yeah.
We're tracing the activities of Barzan Majeed. Yep. So it rings a bell with you. So can you tell us, obviously...
Yeah?
BBC.
BBC. No. Hey, bro.
I know from experience that even though you sometimes seem to be getting nowhere, just being in a place, asking questions, it can get people rattled. Word goes round. It was happening now. Rob got a call from someone he knew, a migrant who's now living in Germany, who'd heard on the grapevine that we were looking for Scorpion. He claimed he knew someone who knew Scorpion from his Nottingham days.
I just need to know if you can spend some time with me on the phone if you can't meet me, where I can record his voice, disguise his voice, make it anonymous, and I want to know if he'll talk to me about that.
Okay.
That was my contact, who is going to bring on to the phone in a group call someone very close to the Scorpion smuggler. Now, I am somewhat wary about this. So I'm going to just start off in a light-hearted mood and then hopefully find out about Scorpion's early life and what he's doing now.
We've altered the man's voice to protect him.
I'm not scared of anyone, but these guys will put a bullet behind your back. They don't come face to you.
Did he come to the UK to become a smuggler?
No. He come to the UK as a normal guy. Back in 2006, we used to be close to each other. We used to have a shop, mechanic, used to sell sport cars like Ford Focus, Golfs. I brought cars from Nottingham back in the day through Barzan.
What's he like? What's he like as a person?
He was a good boy at the first, but obviously he turned bad, started getting involved with guns, drugs. He loves making money. He loves money too much. If he has to kill to get the money, he will.
Has he killed people?
No, never. But he has stabbed people back in Nottingham. For guns. He's always had the guns, and he even got pulled over in traffic light in Nottingham. They found a gun off him, but without bullets. He got sentenced for that.
We knew this man was telling us the truth because Scorpion was deported from the UK back to Iraq after he'd served a sentence for firearm and drug offences. His old friend also revealed something we'd been puzzling about. How had he started people smuggling?
His brother got him involved. And he made a lot of money in a couple of years.
There was a lot of money to be made because in 2015, the year Scorpion was deported from the UK, millions were trying to get here. Wars in Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Somalia, Eritrea had newly displaced more than 12 million people. There were the most claims for asylum in Europe in that single year than in any year since World War II. People smuggling had never been bigger business.
Bringing people, 1,000 people every single week through to the UK.
But who would you say, you don't have to tell me anything about him, who would you say is the head of the snake?
The head of the snake is Buzz.
Mr. Scorpion?
Yes.
I'm Sue Mitchell, and that was episode 1 of To Catch a Scorpion from BBC Radio 4. It was recorded by me and Rob Lawrie, and produced by me, Winifred Robinson and Joel Moores. Original music was by Mon Tudi. Sound design was by Tom Brignall. Next, how a police sting and surveillance get within a whisker of catching Scorpion.
How am I not going to do him over for that? I'll get his mother, his sister. I swear by the Quran, I'll go back and I will empty my whole magazine into him. I swear to God.
I love you.
I know that.